What's up, friend, and welcome back to another Tarkir Dragonstorm standard video. And today we're going to have a look at the mono black deck list that is currently taking over standard tournaments. Now, I initially stumbled upon this deck list by browsing through the best performing decks from the European Regional Championship. I saw it here on 57th place with a 10-4 record, mono black demons, and it looked very interesting to me as it was playing, a couple of new cards in here. The Carsey Revenant, most importantly, spoke to me. And then I was like, okay, I will play that at some point. Then I checked out the results of like the challenge a couple days ago, and I saw I got second place with a 7-3 record. And I was like, okay, now this is the real deal. I have to see what's up. And as I was recording this and I was ready to title this video, like, mono black got second place in a tournament. Then I checked the results from the challenge, what was it, yesterday? And it actually ended up getting first place. First place in a tournament. So mono black is out here winning the standard challenge, which is just awesome. So now, you know, I have to just make a video on it, and we have to have a look at this deck list and talk about it, because it's a very interesting version of mono black. It's not going as hard on the demons, but it is taking really great advantage of the Carsey Revenant. And to be fair, if I were to modify this deck list, I would probably go higher on the Carsey Revenant, because I felt like the card performed really, really well. But I wanted to stay true to the deck list that was, you know, winning these challenges and doing great in these tournaments. So that's why I haven't made any modifications to it, and we're just checking it out as it is. But Carsey Revenant is awesome. This is a 3-mana 3/3 with Flying, Deathlash, and Lifelink. It's got a renew cost, so you exile this card from your graveyard, and you put a Flying counter, a Deathlash counter, and a Lifelink counter on the target creature, activate only as a sorcery. So this Carsey Revenant's like renew effect, you can shove that on like one of the big demons that you're playing in this deck list, which could be an Archfiend of the Dross, a 4-mana 6/6. Like, this creature is super high risk, high reward. I've actually like not played it in one of my own demon decks for quite some time, and I play Bloodletter of Ashlizzlle in this slot instead, because I feel like, you know, some matchups Archfiend is incredible, and other matchups Archfiend can just lose you the game, especially against something like Dimir or decks that play Kaito. You really don't want your Archfiend to get stunned. But, you know, it works in here, especially when you can give it a Lifelink counter. You don't really need the flying. The Deathlage shouldn't be that relevant either. But a flying Archfiend of the Draw 6/6 with Lifelink can really just change the matchup, especially against these aggro decks. And I think it's a big part of why this deck list is performing so well in these super aggressive current standard environment. But yeah, Archfiend of the Dross, when it enters with 4 oil counters on it, at the beginning of your upkeep, you remove an oil counter from this creature. Then if it has no oil counters on it, you lose the game. Or whenever a creature in opponent control dies, its controller loses 2 life. But like I said, it can just be an incredible 6/6 beatdown creature that also synergizes with your Unholy Annex, of course, which is why you play these demons. Probably the most important card in this deck list, 3-mana enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. If you control a demon, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, otherwise you lose 2 life. So Archfiend is one of those demons. But the Carsey Revenant can also be awesome on a card that I was so excited to see in here, which is the Speed Demon. Now, I've been a Speed Demon believer and enjoyer since day one, so it's great to see that this card is still in here. The 5-mana 5/5 with Flying and Trample. Start your engines, and at the beginning of your end step, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is your speed. So once again, very high risk, high reward. If you have maximum speed, then this card is going to lose you 4 life. But simultaneously, it doesn't really matter that much if you can give it Lifelink with the Carsey Revenant and Deathlage. Deathlage Trample is also one of my favorite combination of keywords. But yeah, the Speed Demon with Lifelink on there, very nice. Like, in a worst/best case scenario, you draw 4 cards, lose 4 life, but you can gain 5 life upon attacking. So you'll still be fine. And it's also playing 3 copies of Shoulder the Apocalypse, which also synergizes fantastic with the Speed Demon. A great way for the damage to hurt less, and you actually gain life off of it, which is just sweet. With Shouldered, whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life, and whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So big fan of Shouldered in here too. So great card draw potential in here, great life gain potential in here, and of course a ton of removal, which is classic mono black. This deck list is playing a bunch of one-offs. I think that had a lot to do with it being played in an open deck list tournament initially. One-offs are usually a very strategic like play in these open deck list tournaments, because you can kind of get in your opponent a little bit. They're like, okay, you know, they try to play around these things, but if you have a bunch of one-offs in there, you could really screw over your opponent and like get in their head a little bit. A great example of that is like running a one-off like Spell Pierce in your deck list or something. Mono black is a little bit different. I also think the wide variety of one-off removals is just to give yourself access to finding the right removal spell at the right moment. So we're seeing a one-off Shouldered Edict, a one-off Momentum Breaker, a one-off Nowhere to Run, a one-off Annoyed with Affliction, and like I said, you just increase the chances of finding the exact right removal that you need to hit in that moment. It's also playing a copy of Liliana of the Veil in the main. I really like Liliana in combination with like Karsi Revenant. It's kind of a spicy play there. But yeah, Liliana is also just like a really great card that especially does a lot for you in more mid-rangey matchups. I was a little bit shocked to see only 2 copies of Preacher of the Schism. I think Preacher of the Schism is so well positioned in the current meta, and you know, most decks play 4 copies, and I think it's correct. But yeah, the Karsi Revenant, I guess, is just here to provide you with a bunch of life gain, and also you have enough ways to draw cards. So 2 copies of Preacher of the Schism. Outside of that, it's just a bunch of classic stuff. Another spicy one of Intimidation Tactics in the main, which is a way for you to get rid of your opponent's Quarry Steel Cutters. The target opponent reveals their hand and you choose an artifact or creature card from an exiled card alongside 2 Duresses. So there's also more Intimidation Tactics in the sideboard to help you combat those Quarry Steel Cutters. The Filigree Silex is in here to help you combat the tokens that get created from the Quarry Steel. So it's a very well-tacked deck list. And it's very much tuned to, you know, defeat the meta, and that's exactly what it's doing by getting 2nd place in a, you know, standard challenge, 1st place in a standard challenge, and doing great at the European Regional Championship as well. So I think we'll see a lot more from Mono Black. I think this is really exciting that we're finally seeing the deck list do great in these tournaments. So let's dive right into the gameplay so you can see how the deck list plays for yourself, and let me know what you think about Mono Black and, you know, what you think about this deck list in particular. Let's get started. Okay, we'll take it. On the draw versus mono red aggro with no removal. Remember me, chat. Oh my god, not the Heartfire and the Manifold Curve. R&R. R&R. Anyways, let's grab that Monster's Rage right out of their hand, am I right? Actually, though. Oh my god, but they have Burst Lightning, too. It's nice knowing all of you. I can't interact with the mouse Monster's Rage package, so I guess I'm fucked. And they rip another mouse off the top. Jesus. This is probably like the best curve you could have in the entirety of Standard. Turn 1 hero, turn 2 mouse, turn 3 rage and something else. Like, it's unbeatable. I'm literally dead. I'm literally dead, I fear. Like, it's actually crazy. I mean, if I block this, I'm never winning. So it's like, what can you do? Classic, yeah. So anyways, that was 1 second of my time. Jeez. What a vibe. We had fun, we had fun. We had a good time. Sit there and process that for a second. Removal, big if true, big if true. I don't mind facing red aggro. Like, we should be prepared, right? We're mono black, we have a lot of interaction and stuff. The BM all the time too. You're not slick. We're mono black, we should have answers. 2 Manifold Mouse. Okay. Song is so good. Yeah, I'm obsessed. It reminds me of the Kim Possible intro. It's Kim Possible intro vibes. Very obvious that I have a cut down, by the way. Hehe. Play it safe. Watched the video where they explained WotC banned Splinter Twin in 2017 because it was too consistent, turned 4 kill in Modern, and by comparison Standard should be slower even. Today's Standard just turned 3. Yeah. We love to see it. It's not consistent. It happens reasonably often though with the mouse decks, but it's not consistent in that sense, I guess. So, if I remove this now, they're gonna get it out of range. That's fine, I guess. At least we're using the Monster's Rage gets used in defense mode, which is fine. Let's go Shelly then. Shelly! This diva. Would win in a fight is Mouse deck or the 2016 Splinter Twin. Reminds me of all those like the whole like Twitter discourse now where people think are arguing every day about who would win in a fight of 100 men versus one like gorilla or some shit. It's all I see. It's all I see. Yeah, who would win? A Mouse deck or Splinter Twin? Who would win? One Manifold Mouse? One Manifold Mouse with a Monster's Rage on it or a gorilla? What do you think? In a fist fight. One Manifold Mouse with a Rage on it or... Manifold Mouse, no question. See, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Aren't gorillas like 2/2s? Yeah. Right, right. Crazy, I laugh every time I see tweets about it. 1 million lions versus all Pokemon. Pokemon would win that, period. And then again, 1 million lions. I don't know, man. Fuck this question. I'm not sure. Alright, I'm slowly dying to this Manifold Mouse, I fear. Yeah, there's a lot of lions. I don't know. Then again, like, if they do some, like, surf or something on all of them, and then wipe a quite good amount. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about, I could set up a 6/6 demon, right? Maybe that's what I'll do here first. Yeah, but it would slow them down like crazy, right? And then you have like the literal god of Pokemon like Arceus and shit. Like, come on now. Come on now. Can like a bunch of ways to also disorient them and stuff. Technically. That is some deep stream lore, Meech. Alright, well, we'll see what comes out of this. I have no idea. Right, right. They would just use like telepathic like powers and make them like be stuck in the air or something. I don't know. Well, what's it gonna be? Manifold Mouse? And what's it gonna be? They were just swinging. Like, you can tell they didn't think this through at all. They just were just swinging. And didn't think about the outcome of this. They were not thinking. They were just, surely this Manifold Mouse can go through. I don't know. Oh my god, they found another Rage? Dang. Ooh, my demon lives! Let's go! Big moment for me, Chad. Big moment for me. Yeah, say oops. Get out of here. Nice. Alright, I'm not sure. We gotta run that back somehow, huh? First swing, think about it later. Yeah. That's the vibe. I feel like Resilix is probably just in here to clean up tokens, even though, like... Yeah, I think it's too slow against him. I might want to do Gix Command, maybe, too, an additional one. Be something. I like Momentum Breaker for the life gain potential, but, you know... You gotta get like all the removal you can get, sorta. One more mana, we can go for throw it no run, and if we can get to 3, we have 2 Preachers. Like, that's huge against them. I think this is a keep. I know it's greedy. It's not really greedy. I think if we find 1 land, we're chilling, so... We'll see. Okay. One more land and we're chilling. Gotta land. It's a calculated keep. I don't know. Calculated. Got any monsters rages or whatever? We're supposed to keep the Noah to run for the Heartfire hero, I guess. And again, you could keep Go for the Throat for Sunspine, but I don't know if they'd play it against me or if we care. They got rid of Monsters Rage? What the helly? They got rid of Rage, huh? Yeah, I want to put this Preacher in play first. We're good. Yeah, flipping this case could be a problem though, not gonna lie. Could be a problem, chat. I don't regret the way I've curved it out yet. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, case flipping is gonna be a little awkward. I don't want to put Arcfiend in play if I can. Arcfiend has arrived. Alright, I guess we just gotta vibe. Arcfiend's gotta close this out quickly. Not the Karen. No! We'll let that go. Remove Karen. They're gonna burst lighter. Okay, sure. Into my face. Alright. I think it's just this Arcfiend for now, and then hopefully we can get there next turn. These two have Death Touch anyway, so... Arcfiend of the Dross Gaming, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Arcfiend of the Dross, but I also want to respect the list as it was, as it got second place in the challenge and like, you know, top 50 in the RC and stuff. So I want to be respectful there. What's the worst case scenario if they rage this thing? Goes to 6. So I think I block like this. Because I don't want to kill the Heartfire hero with the Death Toucher if they are going to grow it, right? Like, they would trample over and then it would also die. So that's a guaranteed way for me to lose this game, I think, if I block the Heartfire hero to the point that it dies. I think. Okay. Sure. Alright. Well, we'll take it, chat. Little bit of a difference from the turn, the first game we played against them to now, you know? A bit of a difference. Alright, we don't have any lands to work with here. We'll work with this. We'll just go with here. Perfuma, thank you for the prime. It's... Is it? Is it? I was gonna say, let me steal that Corey real quick. I might kind of like tempted to grab the Storm Chaser's Talent though. We'll just do that instead. Keep their creatures low. Sure. I wasn't sure if they were gonna fire that off immediately. Apparently they were down. I'll just do Momentum Breaker first. Do you think it's sus? I think it's just like MTG Arena aggro player plays. I don't think it's sussy. Ooh, I don't know what I want to... Probably just bet here. Bet into nothing. Nar. They're gonna have to buy back Monster's Rage. The trenches. The trenches. I'm just gonna go Arcfiend. Here we go. Arcfiend actually slaying right now. Okay, let's go. Okay. Wait, how much power does this get to? Not 6, right? Alright, I accept your challenge. They need another one to go over it. That's fine. Oh my god. Yo. Alright, that's fine. Sheesh. Yeah, that was what, like a 3 for 1 or something? I take that any day. That's not a problem. Mono aggro players really just see like Monster's Rage in a hand. They're like, yeah, I can swing. Silly. I mean, I guess they had 2 of them, but yeah. Silly, goofy. I think we'll just be chilling here. Yeah, I mean, they have no choice. Well, there you always have a choice. You can always wait and like try to hold on to your resources instead of just going nuts. But yeah, they do need to deal with Arcfiend eventually. So I don't blame them. It's just funny to me that this is what Standard is like. It's just funny to me that this is what Standard is like, right? It's a 6 mana, or it's a 6/6 creature versus a literal 1 mana 1/2. And it's like, I can swing. It reminds me of that, what is that Elden Ring meme? Is it? No, it's not Elden Ring, it's Dark Souls. Hold on, Dark Souls meme. That meme template, hold on. This one right here. What the fuck? Why can we not? Why is it saving? I don't know why. Not sure why it saved it to my PC, but it's fine. It reminds me of this meme right here. This is like the big Arcfiend, and this is like one Swift Spear, but armed armed with 2 Monster's Rages. It's crazy. It's crazy. Silly as hell. But here we are. Okay, well this is definitely our Filigree Silex matchup, that's for sure. The Liana's also pretty sus in this matchup, to be honest. I got 1 Gix command here. Do I want to go with another Gix command? Possibly. I guess I have a lot of Pioneer decks now. The Soul Cauldron incident. I own a lot of Soul Cauldrons, but they're all just shoved in my commander decks. Like, they have a nice home there, you know? I take them out if I need to play cookies, but the meta has changed quite a bit. Where there's a commander deck, there's a Soul Cauldron. You know. Yo, what's up, professional? How are you? You just made Mythic? Only my 2nd time? Hey, that's great though. Congrats. Mythic's always a great accomplishment, you know? Your goal is to play Soul Cauldron and everything from Standard to Legacy. Period. You could do it too, the card's so good. You've got Standard, Pioneer, and Legacy covered right now. Let's go. Let's go. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. Is it just intimidation tactics? I feel like nowhere to run, holding nowhere to run is just better, but... Flopmaw. Yeah, like I need to update cookies at some point. But another set, another 0 new cards kind of. Well, there's some cards you can try out, but nothing that's like crazy or whatever. I might just know where to run this. We're in a bit of a weird spot where kind of don't want to play into the Flopmaw too much. Gruel cookies? Oh shit. Or he's still cutter. Am I right? Alright, here they go. Speak of the devil. Ori in the house. This is like Flopmaw is such a strange card to put in against me. But I guess it's good for like the demon token and stuff. If you expect it. Kooky creatures. Spell piercing cookies? Yeah, I could see that for sure. That used to be in the original list. Patience. You saw Prof's memory thrown in a Corey deck yesterday? Ooh, that sounds like it would be good, yeah. It seems like it would be fire. Now, if I could fire off a Gix command, I would say. I'm kind of surprised I didn't grab back the surprised I didn't grab back the Flopmaw. Get rid of a blocker or something. I guess they want to like get Gory value, so that's why. Cyberpunk, thank you for the prime. Yeah, this is like this deck got second place in the challenge not too long ago. It scored like pretty well on the regional championship, so saw it a couple league wins. Like this is the current way to play mono black mid range, and we gotta check it out as mono black enjoyers, of course. What do you think about the state of Historic? I don't really check up on Historic that much anymore. I used to like Historic a lot before MH3, and MH3 kind of like ruined it for me. Historic always goes to these like phases where unnecessary shit gets added to it and it ends up like, in my opinion, ruining the format. I don't know. Historic should have just been, you know, no alchemy, no MH sets, like none of that sort, and you'd have a really cool cool format, I think. But I fear we do not. That's fine. Would be actually Historic? Yeah. Historic with its what it was meant for. Thanks, Libby. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. Like, you know. I think Historic has a lot of potential, but you know, it is what it is. No, alchemy cards are on all like arena, eternal arena formats. So like Timeless and, or is Timeless? Timeless has this thing where there's like alchemy cards, but there's also Or something with like different alchemy versions, right? I don't know. Can't even keep track of it anymore. Cards are like their original form and like... Yeah, it doesn't have the alchemy rebalances, but it has the original alchemy cards, yeah. Oof, this board, man. No blocks then. Let's get rid of these tokens, I guess. Could shoot the Swift Spear, but I mean, that's obviously greedy as hell. Need to get rid of that card in their hand, I think. Big hit. This is greedy, but I'm tempted. Yeah, big value bet. I don't know, this is a bit risky, chat, but I'm gonna do it. That's why I got rid of the tokens, to be able to swing. Okay, so if they have any opt, they would just lose here now by going to 1. So let's see what it is. Alright. That was a very risky play, but I think denying them the fact that drawing a card would make them lose the game, I think is pretty D's. I'm actually at a really fun part of Oblivion Remastered where I'm doing the Dark Brotherhood questline and I'm in front of the like whodunit part. Which I thought was a really good point for me to like stop my own playthrough on and we play with the besties. So yeah, I figured that would be a good quest for us to start off on, so... I played Oblivion Remastered, like, what fucking... Or Oblivion Remastered. Oblivion, I would say, like, 15 years ago or something. Honestly, I don't remember shit, and I never really got far. I definitely didn't get far in, like, the Dark Brotherhood questline, and I have, like, the memory of a goldfish. So a lot of these things, to me, are like, whoa, you know, this is new. So, yeah. You know? A lot of things are new to me. I do not remember much, so... Especially not the part of the Dark Brotherhood where I'm in, so it could be fun to check out ourselves, you know? A siren? Yeah, right. We don't age, we're vampires. I don't feel like this card's worth shooting, I don't think. I mean, even though it can prevent a Kaito... It can help me prevent a Kaito, I guess. Yeah, I might want to shoot it. You 100% the entire game? Sheesh! That's dedication right there. Alright, let's see what the bed grabs. Removal, probably. Well, it eats removal. It wants to grab removal, and then it eats removal, as you do. Right. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna hit by the bed ourselves. Makes sense. Spell Pierce. Ooh. Anyways, let me just slam this creature here. Archfiend of the Dross is gonna have to get boarded the fuck out. We don't want you here, man. We do not want you here. Sorry. We're just get stunned to death. Yeah, I'm just not really vibing with the idea of losing to Floodbit Drowners. Like, I'm fine, you know? Like, we don't have to be doing any of that, to be honest. I also don't want to lose my Preacher to the Flood Mid Drowner tapping, so I'm just doing it, like, all of this right now. I'd have to be real brave to play Arcfiend here. I don't think I can, honestly. It's literally the nightmare matchup for Arcfiend of the Dross, yeah. It's a literal nightmare matchup. Oh wow, Duress still hit something? Sheesh. Now, if you could just put this Speed Demon in play, though. Oh, fuck. It's Kaito. Arnar. Arnar. Oh my god, what the hell? We're kind of just, not doing good right now. Missing land drop is not helping us out. Shit. The board wipe dragon. I personally like it. I had it in my own version of mono black. But it's not being played in this one. I'm a fan though. I like that card. Alright. How the hell are we gonna get out of this one? Like we definitely gotta make an effort to go after Kaito for sure. Card draw, Speed Demon, my absolute GOAT. Speed Demon believer since day one, by the way. Just point that out there. Believer since day one.
Just try to keep up.
Okay. Fine, have it. Percy Revenant this year. Ooh. Interesting card. Is this greedy? Yeah. It is. I'm just gonna have to send both there. I can't risk them like having a go for throat, you know?
I'm really not used to losing.
Let's go Karsi Revenant. Let's go Liana. And I'm just gonna like optic here and get rid of the Arcfiend in my hand because this thing's dead anyway. Get out of here, Arcfiend. We don't want you here, bro. Death Touch, we love to see it. Yeah, please love me. Oh, this is gonna be such a sweet play with the Karsi Revenant, giving like lifelink to the Speed Demon. Ooh, we love to see it. Anyways, boop. Opponent just read Karsi. Yeah, Karsi read for the first time. I think this is one of those matchups we want Ghost Vacuum in because the cat curiosity. I think Karsi's kind of underrated, honestly, which just got me so excited to play this deck list out. Like, I would almost even try like 3 Karsis, to be fair. Okay, so I don't hate this. I might want to just have another Edict over a Momentum Breaker. I like it. Looks good. We have an Annex too, which is nice. Did you get that Conti emote with the hand? Conti emote with the hand? Is that part of the Tarkir bundle? Because then I don't have it. The problem is, like, it's very hard for me to want to, like, buy these sticker bundles because I just have so many stickers already and I can't even use all of them. So it's like, what's he just once again like missing out on money because it's like I only have a certain amount of emote slots that I can use, and I have so many emotes already that I'm never using. So it's like, yo, B, thank you for the 7. I'm never using it, so why would I buy more? Feels bad. What's up, B? Grabbed. Snatched. Yo, Shinji, thank you for the 5. No, we're good. Surprised they're not swinging with the... Well, okay, it makes sense, actually, because you want to hold back with it, else I gain life. Are we in our Unholy NX era? Oh, yes. Yeah, I rarely use the emotes, too. I do think it's a bit, like, outdated, too. And again, I don't know what you'd have to do to, like, upgrade it or whatever, or update it to modern times, but yeah. Kinda just feel like putting Shelly in play. Get it, Shelly. Alright. Looking pretty good so far. Looking pretty good so far. Oh, shit. Okay. We gotta step up a little bit here. Let's put a new demon in play. Alright. Gaining and draining. I don't think we're in a spot that we have to care about this right now. Well, I mean, I'll try to remove it next turn, but well, I could block this. Put a new one in play. Yeah, you know what? Why not? I'll do it. A little bit of land destruction, I guess. Yeah, let's go into the chamber. New demon who dis? Most vacuum is fine. Move it back up. Handful of cards. This should put us in a good spot, guys. Okay. His hand's a bet's paradise. What do you want to grab? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think they know that they're just outvalued. Like, I think they know they're just fully outvalued. Like, okay.